Hey there, Big Brother fans. You know what? Tonight's head of household comp was won by really bad math. And so we have to wonder now, who will Bowie Jane target? As we reported earlier today, the house flipped, decided to keep Felicia, and sent Mecole packing pre-jury. Then they went straight to the HOH comp, which was a booth quiz based on some videos the house guests were shown on Wednesday for study purposes. We will give you the results, do some really bad math for you to explain the tiebreaker insanity, and then talk about who Bowie might target this week. Hey, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Big Brother updates. So in the booth comp, asking the questions, we got down to two house guests who both had perfect scores of 7. That was Bowie Jane and Felicia. So then it went to one of the numeric tiebreakers that Big Brother is so famous for, and the results were absolutely hilarious in their disparity. So the question was, in minutes, how long was Jared a zombie from the moment he re-entered the house until Cameron won Do or Die? The answers they gave were downright hilarious. So Bowie first wrote down 27. So that would make Jared a zombie for less than half an hour. That's insanely too low. And then she thought better of it and added a 6, making it 627. That is the equivalent of 11 hours, which is also insane because they were in the house as zombies for days. So unless Bowie was doing a Price is Right strategy to bid low intentionally, this was just frighteningly dumb. And speaking of dumb, now let's look at Felicia's math. She was doing some figures on her board instead of just a guess and write down a number approach like Bowie Jane. And like any good math student, Felicia showed her work. Her answer was 49,500 minutes. That is, by the way, 825 hours or 34 days, more than a month. Yes, she thought they were zombies for more than a month, apparently. Miss Felicia knows that that cannot be true, but then it gets funnier, actually, because the multiplication problem she wrote down to show her work was 60 times 60. So she was thinking 60 hours, 60 minutes, and was doing that math. And that was a lot closer because 60 hours is 2.5 days. But she didn't do the math right. If she had, she would have won the HOH because she would have had a higher outcome than Bowie, and it would have been slightly lower than the correct answer, which was 10,104, which is about 7 days, if you were wondering how long the zombies were in the BB25 house. You know, it's like Teen Barbie once said, math class is tough, y'all. So with Bowie Jane, we have to wonder now who is safe and who is at risk of being her nominees to the chopping block. Right away, we know that Bowie is close to Cameron, Jag, and Matt. They basically have a functional foursome, so those guys should be safe. They kind of have a quasi-final four, with her, and I do think that Matt and Jag might hang on to her longer than they would Cameron. So outside of that little foursome clique they have, that leaves Cirie, Blue, Cory, Felicia, and America that Bowie Jane might nominate. So those are definitely some enticing options. And, on the live feeds, we heard Bowie Jane eavesdropping on Cory and America before all the live voting as a part of the house flip to take out meme. And she heard them saying that they weren't sure if they could trust Cameron and Jag and Matt, or if they were going to betray them. And Bowie went running back upstairs and told the guys all about it. So just because she was eavesdropping on Cory and America and then kind of ratting them out to the guys, I definitely think that her targeting them is a distinct possibility. But then again, she could nominate Felicia and Blue because Felicia was already a house target and Blue really has no one watching her back. back. As for Cirie, I just don't think she would right now. Bowie seems to have a good relationship with Cirie, and with Jared gone, as Cirie has said, she just wants to keep her head down, not call attention to herself, and just let the game play on. So I don't think we're going to see her nominated, nor Cameron, Jag, or Matt. All right. Right now, I suspect Cory and America might be her nominees, with Blue in her back pocket as a replacement option. But we'll see. And of course, we will know more from hearing the live feeds chatter. So check back for an update from us soon. Click subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed this, and drop your comments. What did you think about the bad math tonight? Let us know what you think. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.